Hey everyone, it's Nikki again. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an update on my Pan That Palette series using the Soft Glam palette from ABH. If you want to see the progress I've made in the last month, just keep watching. So before we get into what the palette currently looks like, let's go ahead and take a look at the previous update. And so this is what the palette looks like now. As you can see, I did finally pan Olive Orange Soda here after 38 uses in this project. I did have some use before starting, but the majority of it came obviously during this project starting in January. And then as you can see, you probably noticed, there is pan right here in Bronze. The dip here in Fairy is a little bit deeper. Not too much deeper. I've only used it a few times this past month. I did take a break from glistening to use Fairy a little bit more. And then Rustic, I probably only reached for once. Where is it? There it is. I've only used it like once or twice this past month, so not a lot of progress there. But as you can see, Sultry has a bit more of pan showing. There's a little bit of Mulberry showing. A little bit more of Mulberry showing. It's very strange to me that I haven't reached for Mulberry as often as I had previously. I feel like I had a really good track going with Mulberry, and then all of a sudden it was like, meh, didn't want to use it anymore. But I still feel like we're getting some great progress. Cypress Umber, not too sure if you can see it around where the pan is showing. It's really thin. So I feel like that pan is going to expand by the time we do our next update. But all in all, I think I'm still going at a pretty good pace. Some shades obviously have slowed down, like Mulberry, just transitioning from glistening to Fairy. I feel like I still want to reach for glistening all of the time and not Fairy, which is probably why I didn't use it as much, because every time I'd go for glistening I was like, ugh, no, don't do that. Use Fairy, and then I end up reaching for something else, which is kind of sad because it's not a bad color, and I feel like I swatch it every time I do this. It's not a bad shade, it's just not a shade that I'm into right now for some reason. That yellowy gold shade, I'm not as excited to use it in the past like 3 months. It's not been something I wanted. I have reached for Rose Pink a few times this month, which I thought I wasn't going to, but it is still a couple of goals for the end of June. I still want to make sure that there's pan in every single one of these shadows going into July. So I still have to work on Fairy and Rustic. Fairy is there's pretty deep dip in that shadow, so I am pretty confident that I can hit pan by the end of June. Rustic, on the other hand, there is a small dip there, but there's still a lot of shadow. So I'm not as confident in that shadow, but I will make an effort to keep reaching for that one in the next month so that I can reach my like midway goal. The second goal that I have for June is to expand Sienna just a little bit. It's really thin along the pan there as well. So I feel if I can get maybe to the edge of the pan right here, just expand it this way, that would be good progress for June going into July. And then maybe in July using like the Bronze and Fairy colors a lot more, incorporating them with some other summery colors, because I think golds are really nice for summer. I'm just not feeling them yet. Maybe it's because I don't feel like it's summer yet, but we shall see what June brings. That is my update for my Pan That palette with the Soft Glam palette. I'm going to try to hit pan in Fairy, Rustic, and then expand this pan over here in Sienna by the time we hit that mid-year mark at the end of June. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the progress I made, any tips that you have and how I can utilize some of those shades I'm just not feeling right now. And let me know what kind of projects you are working on with your makeup and eyeshadows, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.